We are going to put together our show today. The first thing to do is go get your picture and then decide, do you want it on a mat that is going to hang on our display at the show, or do you want your photograph in a frame that's going to sit on one of the tables at our show? You're going to get the same exposure, so you decide. If you pick the frame, please know that some of the pictures printed perfectly as 8 by 10, so they just need to slide into the frame. Others, I printed full frame just because of the way the composition was done, and you're going to have a little space around it. This is perfectly fine. That's why we have black construction paper. You put this in the frame first and then glue your picture down to the construction paper. Get it nice and centered so that the black construction paper takes up the extra space within this frame. If you decide to go the matte route, then you need to decide, are you going to place your photograph on black or white? Try out both. And then find a mat that is in good a condition as you can find one. Check the edges, make sure there's no torn parts, nothing written on it. We're only going to see the front part of it, so if there's something on the back, that's fine. This one I'm going to put on white. First thing to do is flip your picture over and then grab rubber cement. It only takes a little bit, so wipe most of the excess off. And then don't go all the way to the edge. I'm just going to paint a stripe right here. Get a little bit more, not a lot, and then paint a stripe down this side. If you have some globs, just kind of make them flat. Again, don't put rubber cement over this whole thing, and don't put it on too thick, because when we go to squish it down, it's going to leak out the edges. Flip it over, and what's great about rubber cement is that it allows you to move around the picture until it's perfectly framed. Get it as close to the center as possible, and then using the back of your hand, gently wipe it around. Once you're sure it's set, flip it over on the back. We're going to hang these on our display, and for it to hang up, you need to get some Velcro. Cut about 2-3 inches. You need 2 strips, about that long. Take the strips. There's a trash can over here on the end. Peel off the strips. Put one on one side, one on the other. Again, not too close to the edge. Flip it back over. Make sure your picture hasn't moved. The hard part is digging around and finding your label over here in the labels can. Don't use rubber cement because it will mess up this plain paper. Use regular glue stick. If you need to trim your label, you can do so with the scissors that are in the can. Again, use a trash can. And we're going to glue this label right here in the corner. I'm not going to put this one on because it's a sample, but put it in the bottom right-hand corner. Make sure it's your first name, last name with proper capitalization, that is the right title for your picture. And you've either gotten NFS for not for sale, or the $sign and how much you want to charge for it. Once you're finished, take it back to your table and let it completely dry the rest of the class period. You don't want to immediately hang this up because then your picture might droop down. Remember, this rubber cement is still drying. Once at the very end of class that you're sure it's completely dry, go out to the hallway and find our display, and you just simply hang that up on the board. And we're going to readjust everything before our show, but just get it up there and we'll make it pretty later.